This conference will now be recorded.
Councillor Smith, thanks so much for joining us and sharing some of your insights into what we're facing as a community right now. And thanks, of course, for all your work on council. We appreciate that energy and your dedication. It's a tough time. There's no secret about that for a lot of our residents in our community. We're going to hone in right now for a few minutes on food insecurity and people having a hard time putting food on the table. What are some of the issues and challenges you're seeing in this area, not only for our city, but for our region as a result of the pandemic?
You know, nationwide, a total of more than 54 million people have faced food insecurity during this pandemic, and this includes about 18 million children. Before COVID-19, food insecurity was at its lowest level since the Great Recession, but it still impacted 37 million people. You know, we've used the word unprecedented a lot this year, but it's really the only thing to describe what's happening. Just in our region, food banks are truly seeing unprecedented demand for donations. And you know, in some parts of Adams County and Jefferson County, food banks have seen demand more than double. And the challenge is expected to continue to increase over the months and maybe all of next year. You know, it's hard to have a crystal ball towards that, but it really truly is unprecedented.
Well, we can't thank you and the rest of council enough, because you dove into a plan and proposal that was brought forward to you and approved, more than $500,000, and we're calling this program that you funded the Restaurant Food Insecurity Program. And it's got some interesting twists to it. Explain a little bit about how it works.
Yeah, so there are two components. One is daily, and that's restaurant prepared meals for residents over the age of 60 who are struggling to put food on their tables. And then the other one is weekly, and weekly food boxes are distributed at market night for families in need. And boxes include fresh fruits and vegetables, breads, and also a $35 gift certificate to a Westminster restaurant for a future meal. And it's designed to simultaneously help feed people and support local restaurants through mid-December. And really, this is a win for our residents in need and for our businesses in need. The other part is Meals for Seniors. They are prepared by a local restaurant under the supervision of a dietitian and delivered once a day, 5 days a week. The Senior Hub, a nonprofit agency that assists aging adults and families in need in Arapahoe and Adams counties, is coordinating this part of the program. And people interested in registering for these meals, if you will, if I can, divulge the phone number. It is 303-426-4408. And that's 303-426-4408. And market night takes place every Wednesday through mid-December. These food boxes are for pickup, and it takes place at City Park Recreation. And that address is 10455 Sheridan Boulevard. And it's between the time frame of 4 and 6 p.m. Or until supplies run out. And again, we greatly thank Senior Hub for their help coordinating this part of the program too. Both programs have been approved and supported by council and fully funded by the Federal CARES Act.
Yeah, we could not do it without your support, the federal funding, and obviously Senior Hub. And we posted all this information on our website too. So if people didn't have a pen handy, they can go to the website and find it. And it takes an army of volunteers to help out on market night, especially. We're seeing so many people. You had the opportunity to help us during one of those market night distributions. Talk about what you experienced and what you saw.
Yeah, you know, I can tell you, I didn't honestly know what to expect when I arrived. This program was relatively new for us at the time, and I really thought it would take some time to get the word out to let folks know that the city was providing this service. And Greg, we were out of boxes in less than 45 minutes. So that means that we had served I think it was around 400 families at the time, providing a much needed security and nutrition. And to see that firsthand and see how impactful that was for families was really eye-opening to me.
And that was just a few weeks ago. And as you and I have talked, we're now up to 800 boxes a night. And it's feeding, we got some statistics and data the other day, which we'll be sharing with you all, Council, but on average, we're feeding about 3 to 4 family members per vehicle. So you can do the math. That's 2,400 to 3,000 people a week. So
right.
Thanks for your support on that. The last question I have for you is really just a kind of an open-ended one. What's your call to action for all of us as Westminster residents as it relates to helping our neighbors and helping out other not-for-profits here in town?
Sure. I know we talked a lot about food insecurity and ways to help with that, but I realize these are difficult times for everyone, and I really urge our community to continue to give their time, dollars, and any food donations they can. Every little bit helps, whether it's 1 can or $1. And not only is there a need for food donations, but donating blood. It's kind of surprising that that our blood donations are down and people are needing it. Giving time to organizations to help with their short staffing. I'm walking my talk myself here. I started volunteering my time with CASA, which is the Court Appointed Special Advocate, and I know, Greg, that you've been an integral part of that as well. But there's so many children needing help in our system, and I felt a need to provide my time to help out a kiddo. So that's really important to me, but whatever is important to you, our residents, please continue to share your ability to give. And it's more important now than ever, really.
Sure is. It's very cliche, and I know it's maybe a little overused. We are all in this together. And really the best way to get through this together is to, help each other and support each other. So
absolutely.
Yeah, again, thanks for all you do, Councillor. And we encourage everyone to get involved as much as possible.
Absolutely. And thank you to Westminster staff, including yourself. You were there at market night, and it takes a village really to mobilize, and not only the senior hub, but it takes a village to mobilize and gather donations and make sure that we're really doing our best for our community. So thank you to Westminster staff.
Very good. Thank you, Councillor Smith.
Absolutely.